I absolutely hate RV black tank stink. I don't like the smell of the poop that's in there, and I don't like the smell of the blue stuff that people stick in it. It gags me. Reminds me of the cat I dissected in college filled with formaldehyde. So when I bought my RV, I decided that I was going to look to see if I could find something that could get rid of the smell and not have to smell the blue stuff. So the first thing I did was I had to research why poop stinks. A noble quest, I know. Turns out poop stinks because of the bacteria that breaks it down, and it doesn't use oxygen to do it. It's called anaerobic bacteria, and a byproduct is sulfur gas, which stinks. And that's why your black tank stinks. When you pour blue stuff in it, that usually has formaldehyde or something like that that kills all the bacteria. But then you got to smell that gross blue smell. I'm not sure which one is worse. So I figured, well, what would cause a black tank not to stink? Turns out, if you add oxygen, it encouraged the growth of aerobic bacteria, which uses oxygen to live. That doesn't produce sulfur gas. Well, I had to find out if there was a chemical I could add to my black tank that could inject oxygen into the tank so that I could encourage the growth of oxygen-eating bacteria. And it turns out there is. And it's called sodium perconate. Sodium perconate is the chemical in the OxyCleaners. And what sodium perconate does, when you add it to water, is it breaks down into two other chemicals. One is hydrogen peroxide and the other is oxygen. Both of those are excellent cleaners. So I thought, well, why not give it a try? See if it'll work. Another chemical I use is called sodium hexametaphosphate. And that is a chemical that they use in food, they use it in all kinds of stuff. But it's an excellent cleaner and a water softener, so it keeps stuff from sticking to the inside of your black tank. And I found a really nice company called Needs Inc. and a product called Miracle Cleaner, which is sodium hexametaphosphate. So what I do is I take a gallon container, an old milk carton. I put a scoop, about 3 tablespoons of sodium perconate in it, about 3 teaspoons of hetamexaphosphate, and shake it up. Flush my black tank, and then I pour this in. And I can honestly say, in the 4 years that I've had my RV, I've only had smells one time, and that's because I put it in storage for a while and forgot to put chemical in it, so that when I got into my storage, you could smell the tank a little bit. But if you are going to store your RV for a while, just go ahead and flush your tank, put a couple of gallons of sodium perconate and hetamexaphosphate in it, and then get a Ziploc bag, gallon Ziploc bag, fill it full of water, and stick it in your over the hole in your toilet, just to keep smells coming out. And then when you go to open up your RV, you won't smell anything, but get another gallon, pour it in the toilet, and then pull your bag out and get that in there, and it'll start cleaning out your tank again. So it works great for me. I told my brother-in-law, or son-in-law, who also has an RV, about it. He was using the blue stuff, which is really expensive. He started using this, and he said he hadn't had smell once since he started using this. He puts it in maybe once a week. So give it a try. It really works good.